British Columbia is not merely a place on a map, it is a living, breathing entity. Its essence is woven into the very fabric of the North American continent, a land where the earth seems to reach for the sky with untamed ferocity. The mountains are not gentle hills but jagged granite fists punching through the clouds. Their peaks are perpetually cloaked in ancient ice. Forests rise like cathedrals of cedar and fir. Sunlight filters down in divine shafts, illuminating a world teeming with life. This province is defined by extremes, raw, elemental forces on magnificent display. It calls to the adventurer, the seeker, the soul yearning for something more than concrete and steel. The promise of BC is discovery, of the land and of the self. To step into its wilderness is to step back in time, governed by seasonal rhythms and ancient cycles. The air here is different, crisp and clean, filled with the scent of salt water, damp earth, pine needles. The silence is different too, a profound quietude broken by the cry of an eagle, the rush of a river, the rustle of an unseen creature in the undergrowth. This place demands respect, challenges you physically and mentally, and returns perspective. Landscapes shaped by millennia of geological upheaval and glacial retreat reveal fjords, islands, towering peaks. The adventure began not with a single step onto a trail, but with a flurry of messages, a convergence of schedules, and a shared, unspoken agreement that the time had come. We were a collection of souls from different walks of life, bound by friendship and a craving for the untamed. The city had held us for too long, its relentless pace leaving us disconnected and drained. We needed the reset that only the wilderness can provide. Our meeting point was a dusty lot at a provincial park. One by one we arrived, vehicles laden with backpacks, tents, and an overabundance of trail mix. There were hugs and high fives, excitement crackled in the cool air. The meticulous planner, the eternal optimist, the quiet observer, the storyteller. Together, we were a tribe. Final checks were a ritual. Straps tightened, gear compared, filters debated, layers counted. In the wilderness, teamwork is not a concept. It is a necessity. We turned our backs on the world of pavement and deadlines. The trailhead beckoned, hardship and reward in equal promise. We were leaving behind the familiar and stepping into a realm where nature, raw and unforgiving, was in charge. The journey had officially begun. The first steps felt momentous, a crossing into a world of possibility, a world where the only schedule was the rising and setting of the sun, and the only goal was to be fully present in the unfolding adventure. The moment we stepped onto the trail, the forest enveloped us completely, an immediate and total immersion into a world of green. Light changed instantly, filtered through western red cedar, Douglas fir, and Sitka spruce. Western red cedar, some so ancient their trunks were wider than our outstretched arms. Douglas fir, Sitka spruce. The air grew cooler, heavy with damp earth, decaying leaves, and the sweet resinous scent of pine. The outside world vanished into profound silence, punctuated only by the soft crunch of our boots. Lush carpets of moss-covered logs, rocks, and low branches. Ferns unfurled delicate fronds, a vibrant understory pulsing with life. Clusters of fungi, bizarre and wonderful, sprouted from decay. We walked in single file, our conversations dropping to a respectful whisper. A temperate rainforest, rare, precious, born of ocean and mountain proximity. Immense rainfall, the lifeblood that fuels colossal growth and biodiversity. The western red cedar is called the Tree of Life by coastal First Nations. Wood, bark, and roots for canoes, longhouses, clothing, and baskets. Walking among these giants, we felt their ancient presence. The trail wound around massive roots and across nurse logs feeding new life. We noted bark patterns, a stubborn wildflower, and the way light played through branches. The forest demanded attention and rewarded us with small wonders, a humbling grounding experience. After hours in shadowed forest, the trail began to climb. Gradual at first, then relentless switchbacks. The air thinned, our breaths became small clouds. Forest shifted with elevation. Cedar, Douglas fir, mountain hemlock, subalpine fir. Twisted forms bore the scars of snow and wind. Rock underfoot, heather and low shrubs replaced moss. Glimpses of a dizzying green patchwork and a silver ribbon spurred us onward. The climb tested us and drew us closer. We broke through the tree line. Light and space exploded around us, a view so staggering it silenced us. Range upon range, ancient, sleeping gods. Awe washed over us, erasing fatigue. We stood small but elated. The mountain gazed back, offering perspective beyond words. Descending, we followed the sound of rushing water, a promised lake pulling us forward. Softer ground, spongier moss, a clean metallic scent. The trail opened onto a tranquil bowl of turquoise, glacial rock flower refracting sunlight. With whoops that shattered the silence, we plunged into icy water, an electrifying reset. We dried on warm rocks, sipped impossibly pure water, and let perfect peace settle in. As camp rose by the tranquil shore, we tuned to the wilderness around us. Evidence was everywhere: bear tracks, clawed bark, a squirrel's pine cone scatter. We watched in reverent silence as a mule deer and her fawns drank at dusk. From a safe distance, a black bear moved with steady purpose, stripping berries methodically. The air was alive: a jay's scold, an eagle's silhouette, a dipper plunging into a stream. Shared challenges, steep climbs, long distances, fickle weather, bound us together. A natural rhythm emerged: camp up, water filtered, meals shared. The fire became our nightly ritual, the heart of our temporary community. Conversations flowed deeper than at home. Stories, hopes, reflections of the day. Laughter echoed on trail and by fire, our trip's most joyful soundtrack. We navigated as one, decisions made, safety checked, needs met. Small acts of collaboration strengthened our connection. We learned the landscape and learned each other. We left the city as individuals, we returned as a tightly knit unit. Our friendship, reinforced by trials and triumphs, felt unbreakable. There is a unique magic in experiencing awe collectively. The silent gasp of wonder was a shared breath. No words were needed. The beauty was a presence we all felt. Confirmation that we were part of something larger than ourselves. Moments amplified by sharing. Reverence, exhilaration, whispered excitement. With friends, beauty intertwines with companionship and endures. On the final day, our steps were light, our hearts bittersweet. The forest felt less intimidating, more like a friend. We were dirtier, more tired, and more connected, more at peace. Civilization's ring and hum felt alien after profound silence. Our memories were more than photos. They were echoes in the heartwood. Joy seeped into our bones. Tea by misted water, laughter unburdened. The wild taught resilience, teamwork, and presence. Our 10 minutes, stretched into days, became a pilgrimage to feeling alive. A celebration of friendship and a hymn to Earth's beauty. The echoes still ring, the mountains still reflect in our minds.